everybody, and welcome to another episode of Geek Talk. I am Tony, your host as usual, and with me is the ever-loving, hip, and rockin' Dr. G.
Rockin'! Woohoo! Rock on!
Dang right, we rock on this podcast all the time.
You wanna rock?
I wanna rock! Na na na. Yes, we do like to rock. We each like our own rocks music, so how have you been, Dr. G?
Just trying to make it, trying to get through all the post-party. I have post-party blues now. Ever since Star Wars Rebels played, I was like, no, it's over. I gotta wait till next Saturday.
Unfortunately, I gotta wait till the following day. So, yes, Rebels is over, so we can't watch that till next Saturday. We got Gotham though.
Yeah, Gotham is crazy.
Yeah, it's actually getting really wild. I mean, they weren't lying when it said a mad city.
Yeah, it's mad city in there.
Yeah, because basically we got all kinds of villains showing up. Yeah, I mean, did you catch the
Now,
end of
are
that
all
with-
these villains, were they ever known before, or did they make up new ones?
Ivy was known. Poison Ivy.
But Ivy, what happened to her, was that known? Or did they change that?
Her background story has been changed many a times.
Mm-hmm.
To where there was one point where she dropped into a bottle acid or in some toxic waste. There's another point where she was with her scientist ability, she got dumped and had a burning. I mean, in the original movies, she was burned, and the plant toxins, or what she had with the toxins, got into her system, which is how come. But this one, she actually took and ended up falling into a batch of running water. The question is,
she got touched by that guy who makes everybody old.
Yes, so it's hard to say. She was touched by him, but
Gotham water is known to be nasty, so...
Right. Well, the question is when we already knew she was a teenager when she was seen in this episode. And they did mention that she was going to be growing up. They were changing Ivy around. So...
I'm just mad because they changed her name.
Not really. Because Kat always
I
called
thought
her...
her name was Pamela.
Yes, Pamela Isley.
Yeah.
But Kat was always calling her Ivy.
Yeah.
Because of the fact of her obsession with plants and green and all that. So, that's how come she was going by Ivy.
Oh.
So
Ivy ain't a little girl no more.
Exactly.
Well, she isn't a baby girl.
Yeah, she ain't the kid anymore.
No.
So
She all screwed up.
But the question is what did she do to that guy that was throwing away that plant of what she did? I'd have to go back and watch the episode, but because she took and walked out with different clothes on.
Yeah, because he had extra set of clothes from his ex-wife.
Right. But the question is how did she kill him?
Oh, yeah. Well, she did kill him, so spoiler alert.
So, Yes, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the episode yet. But yeah, I mean, it was wicked that and stuff. So
Because my husband, he had not seen the first one, and I told him to watch it, and he refused. And then he started watching the second one, and we watched that all the way through, and I totally understood. But he's like, I gotta watch the first one.
right,
So now he watched the first one, and he's like, well, I need to watch the other because he missed the earlier one.
right. Well, like I say, it's gotten to the point where even the Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, has went went to his friend Edward Nygma over in Arkham for advice.
Yeah, penguins eat fish.
Exactly. For those who haven't seen the first episode of this season, he actually takes and does the whole sits in the he's just sitting there like, and the funny thing is the Oswald brought him a puzzle that was supposedly unsolvable. How long did Enigma take to solve that?
A while.
No, it didn't take a while. He took like
No, I mean, it only took him a few minutes.
exactly. He had that solved.
Less than a few minutes.
He solved it within about maybe 10 minutes max.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, he actually did that, and it was like, whoa, that's like solving a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
And some people can solve those in about 10 minutes.
Some of them.
So it's like, whoa, okay. It's unsolvable. Well, leave it to Enigma to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it was the last two episodes have been epic.
You think so?
I think it's like Rebels. I think it's building up.
Oh, I think it just started out the box and be like, dang, dang.
Oh, it's gonna blow the mind by the time the end of the season goes. I mean,
So, like now, who is Valerie Vale?
she's the reporter that actually she was in the comics in the actual episodes of the. She's a reporter for the for a snooping reporter basically, and she does kind of like to help Gordon out every so often. She's been
But
known
there's
to help
Vicky
him out.
Vale. Who was Vicky Vale then?
It's possible that it's her sister. Um, I can't remember here. Let me.
Vicky Vale is Batman's age, or, well, Bruce Wayne's age.
Let's see here, but
Now they're gonna bring in the Joker because the guy already did the funky laugh.
it might be the. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Vicky Vale doesn't appear at all in the Batman the Animated Series. So, let's see here. Okay, season 3. Okay, that is Valerie Vale's niece, is Vicky Vale.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense.
So, yeah, it is Vicky Vale is the journalist, introduces Vicky Vale's journalist aunt, Valerie Vale. So, So, but yeah, so basically it's her niece.
Okay.
So, which makes sense. But I was kind of surprised in this episode that they actually brought out a prototype. What they're saying on the Wikipedia here, you don't want to believe everything that they say, but they say it's a prototype man bat.
Yeah, who is that?
That actually I thought was the man bat there. I'm
So
not
that's
sure.
his name for real, Man
That's it.
Bat?
Well, that's the name they give him, but his actual name when
Mm-hmm.
the actual man bat is around is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be it was Dr. Kirk Langstrom. But yeah, they might be this might be like a prototype man bat, basically test subjects that Strange worked on.
Yeah, it is.
So he might be his potion might actually bring on the man bat itself. So we'll have to see. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and for the next episode though, it's got the Mad Hatter coming around.
Okay.
That's the character that had the watch. That is
Is
actually
that the Mad Hatter or is that the Gentleman Ghost?
the Mad Hatter.
Oh, okay.
So we will have to see how he comes around because he was shown at the end of the episode at the end of season 2 or 1.
Yeah, I asked my
2.
husband who
Yeah.
is it, and he didn't know.
Yeah,
And
it's
I said,
actually
well, is that Gentleman Ghost? He said no.
no, it's actually the Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
It has
That
been
makes
confirmed that he's the Mad Hatter.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have to see how they portray him because so far they've shown a really darker side of him. But
They're
yeah,
all coming out.
yeah, they're all coming out of the
weird
woodwork.
ones. The weird ones. Not the average ones.
Exactly, coming out of
The
the woodwork,
weirdo.
and we'll have to see if they actually get close to showing Bruce Wayne as Batman by the end of the season.
You'll have to grow up. That little boy who plays him, he's doing really well, but he isn't. He's not a man looking. He looks like, he could be a Robin, but not Batman.
Right. Well, it's hard to say. I mean, what
He
they'll
doesn't
do.
look like Christian
Christian
Bale.
Bale.
No.
Well, they might not be completely going Christian Bale either.
No, they're going another way. They also might be going more toward the old man Batman with Batfleck. Of course, my husband wouldn't like that.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. So, but on to other news, video game news here, this is a little bit of, is PlayStation is one of the more popular ones. Did you know they're going to be having a PlayStation experience here in December?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
It's called PlayStation Experience 2016, confirmed for December 3rd through 4th, 3rd and 4th, the Anaheim Convention Center.
Ah. Well, I was talking to some older people, very much older than you and and they were like, I was telling them about the video games and, what the kids are trying to say, because I call y'all kids, and they said, I said, just tell them, is it a slot machine? And then the kids will stop talking to you.
Well, see, the thing is I still call you a gamer, though you're gambling gaming.
I'm playing with money. I'm playing for real. I
Exactly.
lost a lot of money. Shoot, how much did I lose? I almost lost $150.
Well, before you lose that money again, just send it to me. I can use that money.
I'm sure you can. I just stopped playing after I'm like, it's time to go. I don't want to put any more money in these slots.
Yeah,
I won it back. Like, I won $80 back, but that's,
that's
how
just
much did you put in?
exactly. How much more did you put in?
Yeah. So, that was purposeless.
Exactly. So, but basically, they updated the PlayStation Experience website. Basically, it's their website thing so that will happen for the event. Basically, it's a fan-focused event showcasing all of Sony's upcoming releases. Basically, it's a Comic-Con for PlayStation players,
Wow.
giving attendees a chance to play many of those games before they are released.
Hmm.
So, basically giving them a chance to say, "Yep, I want it," before they can get it. So, yeah. So it's kind of like they do at a Comic Con almost, but it's just PlayStation.
Hmm.
So that's pretty interesting.
Hmm.
So, but they also have, let's see here. I'd like to say happy birthday to Castlevania. The game Castlevania has been around
Yeah.
30 years.
Wow.
That game's
What
been
is
around.
that? 1986?
Close to it.
Yeah,
Give
it
me
is.
a second here. I'm going to pause the recording. I got somebody at the door.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was about 1986 it would be, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, September 26th, 1986 is when that Castlevania came out.
That's when I went to college. I wouldn't have known anything about that.
Well, my family wasn't old, didn't have enough money for me to have something like that. A game system like that.
No.
So, but yeah,
I don't
so
think my brother was into gaming at that time.
that's actually
'Cause
really
those
cool that it's
games were like for kids and stuff, and he wasn't into playing those kinds of games.
right. Yeah, it is actually pretty cool because Castlevania is actually one of the more popular games still.
Really? I
Yeah,
wonder what they is it a content or just gamemanship?
it's the storyline itself, I think,
Mm.
that draws people back to it. So, yeah,
That's good. That's something to say. After 30 years, the gamemanship hasn't changed much.
no,
Technology has, but the storyline of the game, if you still want to play it like that.
basically,
Maybe what they did was make it so easy to use that it could go on to different platforms too.
yeah, they've changed it so much where you can actually play it on some of the newer platforms.
Yeah. It
So,
still works on like your iPhone or your Samsung if it doesn't burn up in your face or
are you
whatever.
talking about an experience here with the Samsung blowing up in your face?
No, I didn't get one of those.
Oh, okay.
So I want an iPhone, but I don't want a new one. I need to get another one because I used up all the memory, and it's like, once you try to erase this memory, it's hard. I don't know.
Well,
Their
that's why you try
sectoring
not
is
to.
different.
That's why you try not to erase the memory.
I got to if I want to use my programs.
Right.
But this, what I have is an iPad. I didn't have enough memory to begin with.
Right. Well, so basically, that's pretty cool that Castlevania has been around that long though, and still is going
Yeah.
strong.
Well,
So,
back in the day, the people that wrote these games were like PhDs and stuff.
right,
Like the guy who wrote Tetris and stuff.
right.
But
Well, Tetris is so
nowadays,
dang addicting that even the kids nowadays, I know I go out to Pier and see my son and see the kids, and they're wanting to. One thing they don't mind playing is Tetris. So,
yeah, but nowadays you get these games and you be like, whatever, whatever.
right.
I'm trying to get to the Wheel of Fortune. You
Wheel
know,
of Fortune!
that's all
Na,
I
na,
want.
na, 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 na.
You gotta play max bet, and you gotta get like 3 little Wheel of Fortune things on one of those lines, and it will
Well,
get
let
on
me
the
ask you
line,
this
and
much.
then you can play Wheel of Fortune.
Let me ask you this. Does it have Vanna White there
No,
with
no, that she's on there. She can be on there. Yeah, she'll show up.
you? In real life?
No,
Darn it. You had my hopes up there. I thought she was going to be on there in real life.
no Vanna White.
Well, darn it anyway. I'll just go back to my Nintendo games then. I have the Wheel of Fortune for Nintendo.
So I have a little bit of itty bitty news. It's not a big piece of news, but the kid that I forgot his name, but he plays on Stranger Things, and he looks like he doesn't have teeth,
Okay.
and I forgot his real name and his character's name. But anyway, he's a cute kid, and he has this illness called, well, this disability called cleidocranial dysplasia, where he's just not born with collarbones, and that's why he lacks his teeth in his skull. It doesn't form right, so he has had a lot of surgery and plastic surgery and treatment and stuff to get all his jaw right and stuff like that, and they did it. And he's he said, I only have a mild case, but there are people who have worse cases.
Dang.
And so it's very interesting how he became an actor, and
Yeah, it's amazing how some of these people actually become actors and how
his
they
real
start
name
out.
is Gaten Matarazzo.
Okay.
And so he finally got this position in this this no-name show called Stranger Things. No one was gonna watch that.
Eh,
He's the kid with he's so cute though. He's the kid with the hats and stuff.
right.
And so he was just, with the other kids who were on there with him, and the girl, and they were just talking about the show and he just said what he has, because when you look at him and you're like, why does he have no teeth? And that's why.
Right.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
that is interesting. So, well, that's cool that he got that position. We'll have to see about. Might have to hit up on him sometime about
And a
coming
lot
on
of
the
people
show.
are liking Luke Cage. So if you have Netflix, watch Luke Cage if you can.
Well, I'll have to check that out too, because I've been a little bit behind on Netflix shows.
Yeah, and my husband has been mad because, well, like, I got Netflix on my computer, but I don't know, it's not on TV yet. And he's like, yeah. And so you can't see my little screen compared to the screen, our TV screen, because we only have a regular tube TV. That's
The
another
old school
issue.
tube TV, huh?
Yeah, the big one. It's a big one, too. And I was like, can we get a flat screen? And then that way I can connect it up. But he's like, no, no, no. Like, okay, well, you're going to miss out. Too bad. So sad.
So, but yeah, I haven't watched much Netflix lately. I've been slacking a little bit, but I've been busy also. But
Yeah.
also for news this week, has to do with Stan Lee, the Stan the Man Lee, the
Woohoo!
creator of Marvel superhero Spider-Man and a lot of the Marvel heroes.
He's gonna
Is
be on a DC movie. Oh, I mean, sorry.
No, he actually proclaimed his comic convention called Stan Lee's Kamikaze is
Yeah.
changing names. It's no
Yeah.
longer going to be Kamikaze. It's going
The
to
Los
be
Angeles Rams. Oh, I mean.
No, we're not. That's I don't think the Rams are going to take and let their name go that easy. Even for Stan Lee. No, but
Didn't they lose?
I don't know. I haven't watched football much. I know my Broncos won this last weekend, so
That's all you care about.
hey, that's all I care about. My Twins are out of the playoffs for baseball, so I don't have to worry about that when it comes for baseball. I have to take I mean, my Broncos are the only thing going for football, for sports right now. So,
Yep.
but Stan the Man Lee is actually said it on a Twitter video. It was mentioned on a Twitter video. Is that he will be calling it now? It will now be called Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic Con.
Mm.
Stan
You
actually
know
had
why
this.
they're doing that? They're probably trying to circumvent Comic Con International. That's
No,
in San Diego.
Stan Lee actually, I don't think that it was that. But Stan had this to say to the city council when he did this, is Los Angeles is home of entertainment. This is where it all starts. This is the movie capital of the world, the music capital of the world. I mean, well, I wouldn't agree with it being the music capital of the world. I mean, it for some music, yes. Everything.
Not for natural band type music, but for like
Right.
processing and how you process and get all of those things made. Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Everything, it's all here in L.A. I
It
am
is in
certainly
LA.
proud as can be to be here today and to have been treated as beautifully as I have been. I can't thank you nearly enough. Bless you all, you've made me incredibly happy. So that's part of the reason why he's named Los Angeles Comic Con. Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic Con.
Too bad you can't drive in L.A.
Well, it's too bad I'm not out in L.A.
Yeah.
I'm far from
Well,
L.A. I'm far from Seattle and all that. So
Yeah. I don't even go to L.A. Nobody goes to L.A. L.A. is crazy.
but yes, so I wish I could make it to Los Angeles Comic Con for Stan Lee's Kamikaze, former Kamikaze.
Yeah.
So for
It
all
might
those,
be nice. That took a lot because LA is real stinky, but now I guess they figured out how to make some money. That's what I think it is.
well, I think
They're
a
like,
lot of
oh, we can make money off of comics now.
I think they can make money off of Stan Lee anytime they wanted. So
But for a while there, I know in the early 90s, they poo-pooed the Comic-Con and anything Comic-Con back in the day.
right,
And then only till, like, maybe the 2000s did Comic-Con just wave up real big time. Maybe ever since Matrix, everybody been like, Comic-Con,
yeah,
And
everybody's like Comic Con.
It's not saying the people who attended it are bad. It's just it was more like nobody helped them out back in the day. I do remember that distinctly.
Right. So, but in other news for Geek Talk here, well, we'll start with some Rebels and Star Wars news here. I'd like to congratulate Dave Filoni for getting up in position. He is now in charge, basically creative head.
Got a
of-
promotion. Woo!
exactly. He's now creative head of pretty much all the animation, isn't he? In
He, for Lucasfilm or for Disney, I'm not sure.
For Lucasfilm Animation.
Yeah, he is in charge. He's the boss. Woohoo!
So, yeah, that's congratulations to him. He earns it. I mean, to
Mm-hmm.
make Filoni actually earned his position there. So,
Yeah.
so I can't argue about that. Hopefully his predecessor for Rebels is pretty good too.
Yeah, the guy who they got apparently worked on the Clone Wars and and the first season of Clone Wars ever. And so they worked really closely and then something changed, I don't know. And now he's coming back.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah? Sometimes it is like that, This is business. People tend to forget. And
Right.
for whatever reason, he wanted to take on, this position, and maybe he wants a change or more leeway, or I don't know. Because does Lucasfilm really do only Star Wars stuff? And that's not true. They do a bunch of other things too. Just Star Wars is the more famous product.
Exactly. So, but yes,
So,
that's actually really cool. So, hopefully Lucasfilm can churn out some really good stuff with Filoni at head at the
mhm,
at the head of things. So,
mhm.
and keep banging it out. And coming today, and when we have this uploaded, it is going to be Force Friday,
Woohoo!
the big day where all
Big
us
day.
Star Wars fans get to go to the stores and get all the Star Wars goodies. I might
You got
be.
money?
Oh, do I have money? Not yet,
You got
but
money?
do I have money? I will.
Money!
Guess what day it is on Friday for me this year?
Payday! Woohoo!
Payday! Payday!
I'll
Yeah!
be selling the stuff. That's what I'll be doing. I don't buy all of that.
well,
I'll buy a book, but I won't buy that.
well, I
I'm
need
old.
I need to add to my collection.
Yes, you need to add to your collection.
Yes, and for all those who don't know, I am actually taking and collecting Transformers and Star Wars now, basically. Is the main
Woohoo!
parts of my
Transformers.
collections. Mainly because they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay, why was I so stupid that I did not know that Steve Bloom does Starscream?
You didn't know that?
He did his Starscream.
Megatron!
Starscream. He did his Starscream on the Star Wars show, and I was like, ah, that was so cool.
Yes, he did Starscream back in the day.
Yeah. Well,
So,
my husband be mad. I like. Well, which one do you like? And he likes. I forget which Transformer he likes, but I like the one who was the microscope because I had the microscope, but my mom, I don't know what she did with it. She broke it,
right.
and then she gave it to my nephew, and that was the end of that. My nephew has the Power Ranger action figures and only has like, I don't know, one of them doesn't have a body. It only has a head.
Right.
So you're like, ah! But, yeah.
So
I'm
I would
not a
also like to
Transformer
say,
fan, though.
well, I'm a Transformer fan from way back. I've
Yeah,
got
I'm not a back fan.
I've been working on building up my Transformers a little bit. I've
Yeah,
been
that's a good thing.
I have still gonna add to my Star Wars collection. That sucker's not gonna slow down anytime soon. And I'd like
Well,
to also say it has been 2 years, and our interview this day, I actually interviewed Alan Fling for our show.
woohoo!
So, if people don't know who Alan Fling is, well, the interview we had is on the YouTube channel, which can be found. The link can be found on the Geek Talk page. So,
Woohoo!
if you like this page and everything, well, welcome. And yes, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, Alan's been a good friend of mine, and even to you, Gina, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really nice guy and
Knowledgeable
very knowledgeable.
about movie production or play production, all of that. And you're lucky to have him talk to you, or we're lucky that he even talked to us, because what he said is like, this is the stuff that you really interview for.
Right. But yeah, he was very well versed, and he was fun to talk to.
Yes.
So, but yeah. So yeah, I just noticed it on my Facebook page, on my memories on Facebook, of course, which some are good, some are bad. I am not a fan of this deal, but Facebook likes to do that, I guess. So, but yes, overall it actually has been good. On another video that I'm doing, that'll be just by myself, I will be talking about my experience at Anime Fargo this week.
Woohoo!
It my first press pass, I will be talking about. There's going to be some good stuff. There's going to be bad stuff. None of it, the bad stuff's really going to be about the convention itself. The con was fun to go to, and I would recommend it to any first-time con goer if they're in the area. If you're going to do a convention or go to it, whether you are trying to go as a press or as an actual convention goer, I would recommend a smaller con like this. Just because of the fact, one, it's more personable. You actually get to talk to the people, to some of the con goers, and you actually get to even have the guests. You can actually talk to the guests a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit different experience this one did, and was something I didn't experience over in Minneapolis, but it still was pretty good, decent. So I'll be talking about that in another video here on the YouTube, for the YouTube channel. So other than that, I'd say that pretty much covers up most of the news this week.
Woohoo!
So we're looking forward to Star Wars Rebels this coming weekend.
Yep. Darth Maul.
Darth Maul's coming back.
Yep, Darth Maul.
I haven't seen the last episode, so don't spoil it for me. But
yeah, Darth Maul, and there, I will say this. First of all, this is not really a spoiler by now, but yes, Thrawn showed up. Grand Admiral Thrawn. And
right.
The way he does what he does, I don't think it was intense because they're building up to it, just like they're doing for Gotham. And at the end, you'll be like, what the hell happened? Anyway, but I do know this, that every time Thrawn speaks to Sam Witwer, who plays the voice of Maul, Sam Witwer is not very nice.
Well,
to Thrawn.
Maul probably isn't very nice to Thrawn completely, because Thrawn is basically
Not that Thrawn cares about that. He really doesn't care what you think, but just saying.
right. So, but at the same time,
Whereas Sabine is very, very nice to Thrawn for some reason. Or Tia Sakar is very nice to Thrawn.
well, maybe they got that idea from you.
You think?
Probably. I have a feeling
Yeah, I mean,
you
Tia
had a
Sakar answers the questions, likes what he says, and I never would have thought that.
because I believe I've seen something like that on something else.
Yeah,
Could it
I
have
would
been?
never.
Could have been a Twitter feed.
Yeah,
I wonder.
and Steve Stanton is just fanboying for Thrawn. So you're like,
Right.
Tarkin likes Thrawn? I never would have
Hey,
thought Tarkin liked Thrawn.
Again, that must have been my doing a little bit, because I actually had a picture with Tarkin and Thrawn together
Mm-hmm.
with my action figures.
Yep.
You remember seeing that, don't you?
Yep.
So maybe that's I thought is
So who's a friend of whose? I don't know.
so.
I mean, it would be interesting to know if Thrawn... Well, I don't think Thrawn likes Agent Callus, but Agent Callus says, I'll investigate you, and they kind of are on their best behavior. But I know nobody likes Admiral Constantine, so he's out of there.
Right. So
And I don't know about Arinda Price. I think Thrawn, he knows her, but he's like, and he might have fun with her, but that's about it.
right, but yes, as far as overall, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I think. A lot of people like the moose-looking guy called the Bindu.
Right. The old Jedi or whatever is they like to.
He's
figure.
in the middle.
The old gray Jedi.
Whatever they call a moose. I kept asking my husband what he
Moose
thought it
Force
was.
user.
And he's like, "Why does he have feet with you got crusty toenails?"
So.
So
But yes. Otherwise, as far as for Geek Talk here, I am looking to open up my blog spot again. Open it up and actually start using it a little more. So be prepared for seeing more written stuff of articles and stuff overall. And we'll have to wait and see what happens
yeah, cool.
in the next couple weeks here. I am going to upgrade some of my equipment for the next convention I cover. By basically, there is one coming up here. Two of them actually coming up here in October. Unfortunately, because of financial issues, I'm not going to be able to make it. One is ValleyCon, who has quite a few good guests usually each year. So, if you ever get a chance to check them out, they're pretty good. The other is Crypticon. And usually, lately, the last couple of years, those two have been kind of coincided in different towns, but at the same date.
Wow.
Within the same week, within like 1 week to the same day as them, each other.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I won't make either one of them this year.
Oh well.
Oh, but I've learned from my mistake what I've done. But yes, I'll be planning on next convention I will be making it to is SuperCon down in Sioux Falls, South Dakota here. It's basically
When is that?
It's a big convention. It's a decent size convention for that area, and it's basically like a regular comic convention. I will be looking to, like I said, is I'm going to upgrade my equipment a little bit. My audio recorder did its job, so I'm not going to upgrade that, really. But I'm looking to upgrade the video stuff. So if you're going to be in Sioux Falls area, plan to stop by. I will be, as it gets closer, I will be doing the dates. I will announce who is going to be there. And I'm also looking to take and have my stepdaughter with me to take her to her first bigger convention.
Woohoo!
She's not actually going to be on camera. She don't want to be on camera. She's just
She has to run it.
She is going to probably run the camera. So if I have a big enough camera. So
Yeah.
but I'm planning on doing all that, and I will be prepared to watch the. If you have not watched the video for what my coverage for Fargo anime Fargo, I will put the link down underneath in the description, and hopefully I'll be able to go cover it next year. So, yes, so exciting things coming up, and hopefully we'll be able to do more for it. So, if you'd like to see me try to make it to your convention nearby, whether it be in can't travel very far right now. We may be, Dr. G and I might be making plans to where I can make it to Celebration and Orlando next year, if the funds can come in.
Yeah, that's a big if.
And
We've been fundraising, but fundraising is hard to do, and you don't have brick and mortar places to support you.
So I will look to, if you want to see me come down to Celebration Orlando, support us. Support Swag 77, support all our fundraising efforts.
Yeah.
I will look to start a GoFundMe account again, or open up the GoFundMe to where you can donate there if you would like to support Geek Talk in going to Celebration Orlando.
Because, see, the thing is that we have to decide whether we're going to get a table or not. But then there's not just the table. You have to buy the registration and stuff like that. So you have the registration, which isn't cheap. And then you have a place to stay, which is not cheap. And food, which is not always cheap. And then you have to go and then you have to, if you get a table, then you have to decorate the table or put something around that table that makes it look like, you have a table rather than I'm kids in the back room, looking like I'm doing something.
Right. So basically, though, when it comes down to it, we will see if I can take and do it.
Yeah. That costs money, though.
So, and if we're able to do it, plan on me being down at Celebration Orlando.
Yeah.
Not as press, of course, but I will be supporting. I'll be probably every so often at Gina's table, possibly doing Yoda.
Yeah. Oh, we have to see Death Star Putt-Putt.
Well,
kids had a fun time.
Not just that, but Yoda might talk to you.
Yeah.
He might actually be talking to the people.
Have something to say.
Oh, yes. He probably will have more to say than what people probably want to hear, but it will be happening.
Yeah.
So, and that pretty much wraps it up for us here at Geek Talk for today. So until next week, keep your feet on the ground and keep aiming for those stars.